Hello everyone! Today we learned about Alma Woodsey Thomas and how she used simple, beautiful shapes and colors to make abstract paintings that looked a lot like nature. So we're going to do something similar to that, but we're going to be using construction paper to make ours. Now, Alma Woodsey Thomas was often inspired by shapes that she saw in nature. So it might be the rays of the sun, or maybe it's the waves of the ocean, or it could be a rainbow, or a flower, or even the mountains. So when you are making your picture today, you can think of something to inspire you, a shape that you've seen. And it doesn't have to just be in nature. So today I was actually looking at my shoelaces and I saw that loop-de-loop shape, and that's what I'm going to try for this next one. So you're going to get a stack of papers, and you don't have to use all of the colors. You can use just 2 colors, you can use 3 colors, or you can use as many as you want. But to make them similar sizes of little squares, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start by cutting them into strips. And your papers might not all be the same size, but this is easier to kind of gather them together so you are not having to cut every single one out individually. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tear them from here. If you want to keep cutting, you can, but I'm just going to tear. I'm just going to take this and go like this. And this will give me a nice section of papers to work with. Make sure I have all the colors in there, so I need some of my reds. And you can tear them or cut them as big or small as you want. So if you have a design that's a little more intricate, you might want to tear them a little smaller. So I'm going to use my glue stick. Now when you are gluing little bits of paper with a glue stick, you need to make sure you use a lot of glue stick. And I find it's easier to start in the middle of your paper with your shape and then kind of build out from there. So I'm going to, with my glue stick, it's probably hard to see from the camera, but I'm just going to really thickly draw a loop-de-loop shape, like I said, that I saw from my shoelace. And then I'm just going to start with my red, and I'm going to follow along with that shape. And since all my papers are already torn up, the process goes by pretty quickly. Just really make sure you are sticking your papers down. And something you can do to test it is every now and then you can kind of pick it up and turn it over. And if they stay on, then you've used enough glue. Need a little bit more red. See, I need some more glue here. So then I'm just going to put one color on the inside of my loop, and then I'm going to do my other colors kind of on the outside. So on the inside, I'm just going to use, or maybe I'll do 2 colors. I think I could fit 2 in here, okay. I'm going to put a green circle on the inside, and then maybe just a little bit of yellow. Now, if your shapes overlap, like this one is going to, you probably need to add some more glue to it, or your ends will be sticking up. So then I'm just going to go along the outside with the same color. So I have not used pink yet, so I'm going to use that color. Now when you get to the edge of your paper, I would just say let the pieces hang off to start off with. And then when you're all done, you can go around and trim the outside with the extras that are hanging off the side. And my goal is just to fill up my paper. So I'm just kind of moving out from whichever simple shape I picked to the edges of the paper as much as I can. I'm going to do the same thing down here with the pink. Oops. Now I still have a little bit of work to do on this, but just once again, to be finished, you want to go edge to edge with your colors. You can use 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 colors. It's up to you. As long as you have a complete picture of colorful squares. All right, when you're done, I would love to hang these in the hallway. We just need to make sure we've really glued the little pieces of paper down, or they will fall off as they're hung up in the hallway. So really glue everything down and make sure your name is on the back and turn it into the adult that is overseeing your lesson, and also make sure your room number's on there. Cannot wait to see these guys. Have an incredible art class.